Hello everybody, welcome to Season 4 of Chasing Tails. This weekend is the season opener of Michigan's archery whitetail season. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to head out on the opening day, but I'll be able to go out a couple days later, and I've got quite a few decent bucks on camera, and hopefully we can get something done. I'll see you out in the woods.
As soon as it was light enough to shoot, I noticed what seemed to be a nice buck making its way towards the tree stand. And as soon as I turned around, I noticed some more movement right in front of me. Not much time passed before another group of bucks started moving my direction straight downwind. One of the bucks appeared to be a very nice one.
That was a really eventful morning for the first sit of the season, especially for it being 65 degrees out already. I'm not sure how much on video we could get, but those big bucks were straight downwind of us the whole time. And I'm surprised they came in like they did. They ended up moving around us, only 20 yards away. I never got a shot on them. They were in the really thick stuff. The buck earlier, I unfortunately thought it was a lot bigger than what it was. And after looking at the video, I'm not even sure if I hit it or not. It looks like it got deflected right before it got to the deer. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna hop down, take a look at the arrow, see if there's any blood or anything. It didn't act like it was hit when it took off running. It ran straight towards the tree stand, kind of stopped for a second, and then ran, and then started walking again. So I never heard any crashes. And I never saw anything go down. And those big bucks that came in later would have walked right past where it would have went down at. So they didn't act spooked by anything. So guess get down, take a look at the arrow, see if there's any hair or blood, and go from there. Well, found the arrow. There was just a little bit of hair on it, not a single drop of blood, so I'm guessing it got deflected at the last second, which maybe that's a blessing in disguise since it ended up being a little bit smaller than what I thought. And now that I know there's some big ones out there from what we saw afterwards, hopefully I'll get a chance at one of those. We looked around for a little bit and there wasn't any sign of that deer being fatally wounded anywhere, so guessing I just nicked it, and it's probably still out there, all good to go. So be back out tonight, and I'll see you then. Sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to take a second to thank our video and season sponsor for this series, New View Hunting. They have a ton of great camouflage gear at a low cost. They are expanding their brand quite a bit since the last season when we worked together then as well. They got all sorts of gear, such as full hunting suits, from coats, pants, rain gear. They're now working on warm base layers for hunting as well. They've expanded to trail cameras, backpacks, hunting blinds, and they've really upped their game since the time that I first started working with them. All the camo you see in this video and throughout this season is from New View Hunting, so I'm very thankful for them working with me for these episodes and keep me camouflaged. As you saw, those deer were straight downwind of me earlier in this hunt, and they did not smell us at all, and they were not spooked off by us. So obviously they're good hunting camo. They keep you camouflaged, keep you warm. They've even got heated options as well.
to keep you very warm in cold weather. If you want to see a review on some of their base options, I'll put a link down in the description below. I'll also have a link to their Amazon store down in the description, and they're honestly a great low-cost option for those looking to stay warm and camouflage during the hunting season. Now, let's head back out to the woods.
Well, it's in the afternoon now. We're up in the tree stand. In a different tree stand now. It's pretty windy out and it's really warm, so we're just giving it a shot. We already have movement of toes moving behind us. And we'll just see how it goes.
After quite some time sitting, we finally had some action with two small bucks fighting. They eventually broke up and moved on, and then some short time passed before another buck moved our way. After he moved through, another group of big bucks moved off in the distance.
That's a big one.
Well, that's going to wrap up the first day of archery. Quite a bit of movement out there, nothing close enough worth shooting. That one was nice, but after this morning I decided I just need to hold off until something big comes through. And I guess I'll see you out in the morning. Well, we're back out in the woods. We didn't go hunting yesterday because it rained all day. But today is about 20 degrees cooler than it was the other day when we were sitting. So hopefully the change in weather between the rain and the drop in temperature hasn't moved today. See you out in the tree stand. Very early into our sit, we began to have some action. After this buck chased the does around, the smaller bucks got him out in action. A short time passed before three more bucks moved in, and one broke off and started to head our way.
as you can see, the season's off to a great start. What ended up being a perfect shot, but I hit my release on the drawback and sent the arrow flying way too early. He came in perfectly. The other two bucks that he was with took a way different route and walked way out of range, and he ended up walking right up the trail to us. So, unfortunately, I'm having a not very good start to the season, and hit my release way too soon on the drawback. So, stick around for a little bit longer. The buck and almost ended up coming back in. He came back into like 25 yards, but I never had a shot on him, so hang out for a little bit longer and see how it goes.
While walking to the truck, we noticed a big buck bedded down, so we decided to make a stalk on it.
Well, on the walk out, ended up seeing a big body deer and got some eyes on it, and they ended up being a really big buck, so I tried putting a spot and stalk on it, but I think one of the does that he was with busted me before I could get over close enough to him. I ended up getting within, I think, 60 yards, but never had a clean shot, and that's a little bit farther than what I'm comfortable taking. But I have not seen him on camera at all, so hopefully he's sticking around the area. Hopefully he'll be around tonight. I'll see you then.
Well, we're up in the tree stand the same night, all set up and ready to go. Oh, there's a buck coming in right now, actually. Well, that was an interesting chain of events. As you guys saw, I was giving you the intro that I was out here, and a doe and 2 bucks came in, and they ended up veering off. Shortly after, that doe came back in, and the 2 bucks followed. And the first one was a nice buck, but the second one he was quite a bit bigger, and he was too big to pass up. I know that one that I saw this morning was a lot bigger, but he was too big to pass up. I can't really tell how good of a hit it was on camera because the leaves were in the way, but I think it was a little high, but he was less than 15 yards away from the tree stand, so it should have came out low, so hopefully I hit vitals and go look for him soon, or at least look at the arrow and see what I've got. I can see some more deer moving off in the distance, so I'm not sure if I should hang out for a little bit. But there's also supposed to be rain moving in, so I don't want to wait too long before I go look for them. That's the first time I've seen 2 bucks of that caliber fight though before, so that was pretty cool to be able to shoot one as it's fighting. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. Well, there's a decent amount of blood on the arrow. I'm gonna start looking in the immediate area just to see how much blood there is to determine whether or not I should start tracking. I kinda want to get a jump on it before the rain comes so it doesn't wash all the blood away. Just a little update. I was walking pretty much blind for like 30-40 yards before I found any blood. I do have blood and it's pretty consistent, but it's not like a lot, so I think I'm just going to hang out for a second before I start looking any further so I don't push anything out, and hopefully it can still beat the rain. As you can see, I looked up from tracking and there's a nice buck standing in front of me. I couldn't get a good look at it to tell if it was wounded or not, but it didn't take off running, it just kind of walked away, so I'm not sure if it saw me or not. Hopefully, my buck is down somewhere and it's not out there running around.
Well, that other buck that I saw was basically standing over top of it, and after getting up a little bit closer, saw this one laying there. So it's not a monster by any means, but it's a nice buck, and happy to find it because I was getting nervous there with the blood trail that we had. So still got a lot of season left, so hopefully we can get one of the bigger ones out here. Glad we were able to find it. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Unfortunately, it was not one of the giant ones that we got out there, but hopefully, after some more time out there, I can get one of the big ones down. There's still a lot of nice ones on camera, and I'm hoping that with as much time as I got left, and still have one more tag, that I'll be able to put down another nice buck this season. Thank you again for Newview for working with me for Season 4 of Chasing Tails. Thank you for keeping me warm and camouflage for this year. Thank you for everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of the season. And I'll see you next time.
Oh my